Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Mary. I inspire Evans, aka your business scalability coach. Listen, your detective for your business. That's business scalability detective. I am here today because I have an amazing guest. When I say amazing guest, right? Can we say amazing together? And let me know, where are you listening from? What is your name? Where are you listening from? And this is a dialogue, so we'd love for you to participate, ask questions, give us your opinion as we roll out this show. We want to talk about the comeback stories. That story where you thought that you had lost everything. That story at one time in your life you thought you had it together. You were at the top of the valley and you can see yourself going down into the valley. But it's always a comeback story. It's always, as long as we keep going, as long as we keep trying, there's always a comeback story. Now, I want to say thank you to my lady behind the scenes. That's Donna Jean Brown. She has a show every Saturday, the Southern Blues at 7 p.m. Southern Soul, right? And Donna, you know I told you we had to start with some hype music. So as we getting this together now, you know my favorite songs. All we do is win. This is how we do it. Do something now. You know I move on music, Donna Jean. We have to have some music, right? Feel free, Donna, to give us commercial breaks and give us that excitement through the music as you look for the music. But for now, I would like to bring in to the studio Miss Eisha Branner. Please come in. What's up, Eisha?
Hi.
Did you see the crowd? Did you see the crowd out there, Donna? Can we have the crowd just give Eisha another ovation? Eisha, listen. I want for once, for before we start, I want to say congratulations to you. All jokes aside, I like to have fun. We work hard, but sometimes we have to play as hard as we work.
Yeah.
Because everything that I have watched you do is not easy to be done. And we sacrifice a lot when we're trying to give to others and trying to impact communities, trying to impact lives, right? And we know that. So I want to take a second, and I would like for you to tell our audience a little bit about you. And I have some questions because I want to know how did you do it and why did you do it? What was your driving force?
Okay. Well, thank you for having me, Mary G, as always. So I'm Eisha Branner, born in New Orleans, raised in Pontiac, mother of four beautiful daughters. I'm a twin. So let's see, I started a nonprofit 4 years ago called E-Community Outreach Services.
Could you say that again for me? What is the name of that?
Oh, okay. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I said I started a nonprofit that's called E-Community Outreach Services. The main focus was to connect my families to community resources in the community and provide case management. We now have two locations now. So I have a parent empowerment center and a youth empowerment center. Three, the store. Just recently opened up the Women in Business Working Center, so that's a new thing for me now. Basically, a hub for women to get help with their business.
So I have some questions. Now, you just opened up one of your businesses that for e-services. How many months ago?
The e-community, the organization, 4 years ago, right before the pandemic.
Right. Okay. Right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
I hear you say you have 4 girls, and I think you have a couple of degrees, and you were running multiple businesses at one time, right?
Yeah.
Can you let our audience know when you were doing that, trying to raise your children, did you find it hard to balance life and business, or did you find that easy? Sometimes we talk to women that like it was cool, and others, when you think about it, Eisha, we sacrifice a lot, like giving up the time with the children, missing things with their school, you know, the activities. How was that for you, and how did you balance that? Or if you look back on it, you really didn't do We never do as great as we would love to, right?
So I got four. Like I said, I got four daughters. My oldest is 21. Well, the age is 21, 19, 9, and 6. So my first two sets, of course, they experience a lot of the struggle and going through school, working, part-time jobs here and there, and just not really doing what I wanted to do. I was just trying to maintain. My last two, they experience, a lot more where we can have fun when I can, but they also know that I've created some things for them to be able to be a part in. So I wouldn't say, I'm not gonna say it was easy, and I'm not gonna say it was hard. It really depended on that person. For me, I don't know. I guess all my life I had to deal with a struggle, and it just became a part of my life.
Oh, it was normalized for you.
Yeah, so it was just like I'm just doing what I've always done. Now I'm kind of focusing on the business side of it. Yeah.
So you were you. So I when I say we both was going to share a story, you were married. I was a single mother, but a lot of times, some single mothers, I've heard them say that if a woman is married, they had it easier when it came to the kids working and going to school, because I was like you. I worked full time. I went to school. But what I have realized, I've had friends that was married and had a husband, but I wouldn't dare say that they had it any easier, because being married don't make it any easier. It depends on who you are married to, right?
Yeah, it wasn't any easier. For me, when I was married, it was more work. Because you got to be you got to be a wife. You got to try to juggle, making sure food is cooked, the house. There was a lot of other things that added on. Like I said, it just depends on what type of person that person is and what you got going on. I was just used to juggling so much already, so it just became a norm, not knowing that that's not how you operate. Even if you are in a marriage or if you're trying to just get in life, it wasn't a normal. Looking back, it wasn't a normal thing. Yeah.
So let's give some nuggets to some women out there that is doing just that. What we did, work full time. I was working full time. I was in an internship. I was at Wayne State University, and you know about those internships. So it was full time, part time internship. The children, their activities. What would you say to a woman that's out there right now? One, she might be afraid to start because she's so fearful that it would be too much. What nuggets can you give to her where she could possibly, after looking at this, saying, I can do this? Just something that maybe she could take away that could make it a little, whether it's mentally, physically. What can you say to her if she's watching this show?
I would definitely say, do it anyway. You're gonna have your kids, you're gonna have your challenges, you're gonna go through stuff. So it's never gonna be at the right time. If I had to wait for the right perfect time, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can.
Okay. I can hear you. Yes.
If I had to wait for the perfect time, I would still be on my couch watching Maury or Judge Mathis. Those was my shows back then when I wasn't nothing done. So I would say, like, go for it. Do it scared. Do it broke. Do it depressed. Do it alone. Do it frustrated. Do it sad. Do it mad. Do it happy. Do it with money. You just got to do it, because there's never a right time to do it. That's one thing I did learn, because I was always like, oh, I got to be in a happier place. I got to be in here. I got to be in there. And it's just full of excuses.
Yes.
I did it, going through all those things, going through a divorce, going through depression. My life was coming apart right before my own eyes. And it was at that moment when I was doing it, how God really just came in and he guided me. And it's just like, I'm really a living testimony. Like, I should not be where I'm at, because I was so broken at that time. Now I'm in a place that you can't tell me nothing. I'm unstoppable.
Yes.
Yes, and that's only because I depended on him and trusted that he was going to carry me through all the stuff that I was going through.
When I tell you you're preaching, yes. You have to do it. I love when you say do it scared, do it fearful, do it when don't nobody believe in you, do it when you don't think you can do it, do it when the sun's shining, when the sun not shining, we just have to do it. When I think of my journey, right, when I was doing all of these things, and I remember I had to move out of my single family home to the Newmans at the time I decided to go back to school because they went by your income. And I was trying to get in this Wayne State Accelerated Master's Program in social work, right? So I had to give up things, sacrifice things. And girl, my dad in particular was so mad at me. You taking my grandkids over there to the Newmans? They were, yeah. But at that point, I had to do what I had to do. And I made it my home. And it was, we only spent a couple hours there because I was at work at school all day long. They went to the Boys and Girls Club. Girl, I love me some Boys and Girls Club. I give to them to this day. Do you hear me? You never forget the things that help you to get where you are, where you're not. So they would come from Longfellow School to the Boys and Girls Club. They would help them with their homework. They was feeding them. I would leave work, go to Wayne State. When I get back to Pontiac, the homework was done. They had already ate. Girl, we get home, take a bath, get into bed, and we did that for 6 years until I graduated. So when we at the lowest, and that's where I was at and broken, but I knew I had to do it. But we always have a why. I would look at my two sons and say, I don't have a choice but to do it, right?
Yeah.
Your kids will motivate you for sure. So so you did what you had to do, right? You graduated because you have your PhD, correct?
No, I have my master's. I am going to go back for my PhD.
You are.
Mm-hmm. Just not right this second, but I am. That's in the works.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. When we talk about being at the top of the valley, you going down into the valley and back up. Sort of give us a short snippet of what did that look like, because when we at the top, and I've experienced this, right, and you doing so well, it's so hard for people to see the broken part because we always smile when you see us. We always are. We never let people see that, and it's okay. What I'm learning is okay. You don't always have to be on the top of your game. Eisha, what did that feel like and look like for you when you say your life was falling apart right before your eyes? Did you hide that for the most part from people, or did you show it? Let's talk about that because mental health is real.
Yeah. Going back to just the new norm for me. I was always in that. I always felt depressed and I just didn't realize that there's another way to live until I just started doing the root work. So at one point I was doing the business and I'm winning, but I wasn't happy. So I really didn't know where I was at. I didn't know that I was at a bad place until I really started experiencing a good place mentally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Miss Donna Jean, say turn your volume down just a little bit. Just turn your volume down a little bit. Okay. So you didn't realize the place you were in until
It was like I said, it was a normal feeling for me. So I think I didn't start realizing that I was in a bad place when I started experiencing time alone. Because I was a young mother. I became a young wife. It was always about somebody else. And so I never had a time to really think about what state of mind I was in. I was just maintaining. Now I'm living.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a different feeling when you can say you come from that and now you're in another place. So I really didn't. Yeah, I really didn't.
Now what you say is so true when you don't even recognize that you're in that space, right?
Yeah.
So when I moved to Atlanta, right after the pandemic hit, I lost close to $1 million to businesses and investments and all type of things, right? I always flew up under the radar people knew I was doing things, but they didn't know how much I had or how successful. I don't know. I always found myself when I'm in rooms, I always dim my light wherever I went for whatever reason. Like, I always would sit back in the cut, even with some of my mentors that I've here in Atlanta. It was a while before they really knew all the things that I do. And they like, girl, you sit back like you don't know what's going on. But when the pandemic happened, I lost so much too. I lost a part of me and I lost my confidence, right? Because I felt like I was sort of a failure because everything that I was building, I'm all about generational wealth and leaving a legacy. So everything that I was building was for my future generation. Like I'm so big on that. I had to sell and get rid of some things that I never wanted to do, but I had to do what I had to do to survive once my 3 businesses closed, right? So when you lose confidence, you don't show up as that same person. And I did a post today. I said, from this day forward, I'm going to show up like the person who I know I am. Like God sent me, not with being arrogant, not thinking I'm better than nobody else, but knowing my worth and who I am. Mm-hmm. And so when I moved to Atlanta, because I felt like I couldn't heal in a place where I was so broken. I knew everything. So over the 23 years, I've ran multiple businesses, and I just have refocused and restructured my whole life and packaged myself to go teach other people what I know instead of running a full business, 25 employees. I'm packaging my expertise, branding myself as the business scalability detective. So let me tell you what that means. So when I come into your business, I treat your business like a crime scene. And I look for clues. I investigate to see where can you grow and scale and where are you leaving money on the table. I see money that you don't see. So I'm looking for businesses that want to hit their 6 figures but believe that they can hit $1 million. So over the course of my business, I've made over $13 million in business sales, right? So it was so crazy. I never really looked at the money and the things I accumulated until I got into a program here in Atlanta. And we had to tell our numbers, like, what have you generated since you've been in business? And when I called my accountant, I said, I made that much money. Like, it just really flipped me out because I don't move by money. Money don't excite me. Like, impacting lives and communities and helping people is where my passion and my heart come from. So whenever I made something, if you was in my circle, or I would do an investment or do a deal, it's all about my future generation. That's all I think about, my kids. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when we are broken and when things are taken away from us, we lose sometimes. Anybody out here listening, we can lose our confidence and we forget who we are. Did you ever at one point just lost the confidence and just forgot how strong of a woman you really are? Did you ever go through that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
What are things that you think you put up with that you wouldn't have if you had known your worth and didn't lose it? Give some ladies out there that might be going through. Name some things that you would not have tolerated if you had not lost your confidence and if you knew the Eisha, the strong woman that you really are.
I would say definitely some relationships that serve no purpose in my life. And that was definitely like the main one. Partnerships, even in my business. Just some people, now that I know my worth, some people I just won't work with. I don't care. I'm not moved by money, so that's a really good thing. So my partners, relationships, friendships, any type of real disrespect towards who I am. Don't try to box me up. Like, I know who I am, so I come in the room with that type of confidence. Anytime they try to, anything that just don't make me feel like, if I feel uncomfortable, then that's gonna be a problem for me. And I just don't put up with it. Years ago, I would have, because I just don't know where my place is. Now I don't need to know. I have my own place, and I'm okay with that. Everybody can't have Eisha. Everybody can't have access to me. So it's a whole different ballgame. But I have to go through some stuff to get there. And I have to wake up too, because you can go through stuff and then you're like, it's still not a lesson. everything that I went through, I'm like, there's a lesson in it. I don't want to be no victim. Like, I want to learn from what I went through, and I want to be able to build from that. And that's just kind of like how I've been living my life for the last couple of years. Because a lot of times that I put something on my own self, and I didn't have to. And that's just me not realizing, like, sometimes you can be, you can cause some stress on your own. It ain't always everybody else's fault. Sometimes it can be you. And so I take that in, and I give everybody grace, but I also give myself grace as well. But I'm not gonna say it's zero tolerance.
Yes.
But it's zero tolerance for the most part. Like,
that's it. Once you know who you are and your worth, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is, because when you think about it or you think back, it's a level of disrespect that we allow when we don't have the confidence and we don't believe in ourselves. You have to feel like you have to be validated from people saying, okay, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And once you get there and you don't need all of that, I like when you said everybody don't have access to you. And that's just the way it is. We can become so conditioned until we, at one point, some people never wake up because they feel like that they have to allow that treatment to stay in certain circles or to get certain needs met. And I'm with you. At this point, I've been through a lot where if that's what we have to do is put on the fake face, or, we have to pretend to be someone that we're not, then that's not the circle for me. And it really feels good to be in that place and to know that everybody is not going to like you. And any ladies that's listening, this show is just really about to empower and to motivate and to inspire and see how we can uplift and come together and help each other. It's not any comments or anything we say to make anybody feel bad. That's not what it's about. It's just our personal story that we have went through, right? And when you did your launch yesterday, I just love how the name and just for people that don't clearly know what's the mission behind that, tell us exactly what you offer and what's going on there. Hello, Miss Boyd, Marlo Boyd.
Thanks
yes,
that's my girl.
That's your girl?
Yeah, she got an office there too.
Oh, does she?
Congratulations.
Yes.
Coming in. So basically, in a nutshell, what I did, given history, 2.5 years ago, I started a Women in Business networking.
Okay.
This was something very, very new, but I had seen where a lot of women start reaching out to me because they started noticing some of the things.
Yes.
Huh?
I was trying to say hello. Miss Sonia. Yes.
Yep, she got her office in my location too.
Congratulations.
Yep. So I started noticing a lot of women asking me, for advice. And I'm like, now I'm at that place. I'm in tunnel vision. I'm in tunnel vision. And it's kind of hard for me to get out of it, right? So I brought them together, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to bring speakers and stuff like that. And so I did that. And it was nice. We would get women that would come, and you start noticing it was more than just business advice. It was like they needed empowerment. They needed to be spoken. They needed some words to be spoken to them. Positive way. They needed a hug. They needed somebody to say, you can do it. So it became more than just networking. But what I seen, I was like, it's really, because growing up, I've always been alone. Like, I'm a people person, but life have created this space for me to be alone. And that was just, it was weird. Like, I know back then, I'm like, I know I love people, but now all of a sudden, I don't really like to deal with too many people. And so I had to go back to who I was to even do this group, because I was like, I can't live it. I can't do it. But it has helped me in so many ways being around other women. Like, I've seen the joy of just being able to kick it with people that went through the same stuff that I was going through, or women supporting, and it was a whole different feel. So long story short, I was not trying to open up another space. I don't really have the time. But one thing I have learned in the last couple of years is when God put it in your lap, and he's giving you that vision. It took me a month and a half to do this. I had to build it. I'm like, this is okay. I got to come here. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I did 98% of the work alone.
Wow.
98. Okay.
I saw some pictures of you doing the carpet. If I would have thought about it, we would have put them up. Yes.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. From way before I started doing the community stuff, I had bought a house. And I made a post a couple weeks ago, how God has put me through stuff to prepare me for where I'm at now. If I didn't have that experience, like my house, it had everything but the foundation was good, but I had to drywall, paint, lay tile, do plumbing, haul stuff out the yard. I had to do a lot of stuff because I didn't have the money to do it. So when I went in, I'm like, okay, I know how to, and Marlo should tell you. I was hanging TVs, doing. Only thing I didn't do is carpet.
Oh my God!
Yeah, fixing toilets.
Look at these businesses, Eisha. If these your people, say their name and say hello.
Yes, Tonya Gonzalez. I've seen they popping up, and then Marlo, and then Jean. She's on here.
Shoot them out. Shout them out when you see their name. Shout them out. In their business. So, Eisha, when you decided to move, when you decide to do something, you do it. Period. Resume writing and career coaching. That is awesome.
Yes, Marlo Boyd. Let me just. That is my baby. She was the very first woman in business that stepped out. She was like, I don't have it, but I want to invest in me, and she did, and she's been killing it. I mean, she has been there. I told her at my OBS that she gets on my nerve. Marlo knows that she gets on. When I don't want to be in there, she's in there. She's like, I don't care what you got going on, snow, storm. I'm coming in to get some work done.
So guess what? When I look at her, we can also. This is going to be so cool with us coming together because my business, the business scalability detective, where I tell you we go in and we look for clues where you need to grow. So I can use some of the ladies that's in your business when I have a client that needs certain services. So let me break this down how I'm like you. When I go in, I go all the way in. So in the program that they come in, which is 12 weeks, which I teach them how to grow and scale in different areas, how to read their financials and different things like that, right? So I'm building a community, Eisha, and the young ladies that graduate, they become SBIs and they get a certification. They have skills. That's scalability business investigators. I want them to have the mindset to always be investigating what's going on in their life and their business after I'm way gone, right? So I'm creating a community of SBIs. So when these SBIs graduate, if clients come in that need their services, then I send them out to everyone that has a business to meet the needs. So this year, I'm gonna come up and we talked about it.
You listen. You have to. And I would love for you to be a part. That's really. I mean, when you said, "Hey, I want you to come on here," I was like, "I'm coming," because I know it's gonna be some real empowerment, and I know that you about your business. And that was in a nutshell. That's why the center was created, because for me, I have had the pleasure of meeting some amazing women. And I'm like, I want to share them. I want to share them with other women who don't have a Mary, or who don't have a Melody, or who don't have a Michelle. Like, I've had some dope women in the last few years pour so much into me, and I want them to be able to do the same thing. Because honestly, I didn't get here. I mean, of course, I worked extremely hard, but you got a lot of people who also work extremely hard, and sometimes still just don't get that break. But because I'm really big on relationships, my hard work, yes, I got stuff done, but relationships, really, that was like, I would say that's the top two of why I'm where I'm at, because of my connections. I cannot make it up. There's so many people in my area that I can call, text, email, and they come. Because they know that I work hard and they value the relationship that me and that person have built. And it's it's amazing. So I tell them, it's about relationship building. And if I can bring those ladies to the table, because let's be honest, around here, it's so many different tables. And you get frustrated. I'm like, you know what? I don't got time for the confusion. Hating. I'm going to create my own table, and you're going to come to this table.
Let's go.
And you're going to sit down and you're going to
table.
Yeah.
Eisha, When I tell you, when you said that, build your own table, let's go. When I dropped down to Atlanta, right? I just been here 2 years, and I felt that way. Let me come. I know I have it in me. I have been here 2 years. I now have a $500,000 in real estate. I've been here 2 years.
Oh, wow.
I've launched 2 businesses. I've been here 2 years. I started a car rental service. I've been here 2 years. In 12 months, my Airbnb be flowing. Been here 2 years. Once I found out who I was, I said, it's over. With 3 degrees, you know what I'm saying? And I took that and I said, listen, when I came here, I was broken, but I knew that I didn't have a choice but to keep going, right? When we think about the connections and the relationships, that's what makes us so powerful when we all come together. Because I am going to come and I am going to be a part because I'm there so much because of my parents. One of the things I want to talk to you about funding, I'm in relationship with the funding. As long as they have a 575 credit score, we can get them funded for new startup businesses. A lot of people don't, a lot of banks definitely not going to mess with you. And the other thing that's really important to me, I want to talk about, a lot of us don't understand that we can grow wealth inside cash value insurance policies. It's over for
hey,
Candy. Hello, Candy.
Listen, hold on. I gotta give my baby
What's
a
her
shout
business?
out.
What's your business, Candy?
Listen. Candy, what don't you do? She's coming. She's on. Well, she's from Florida.
Keep Costa Rica up, Donna, for a minute.
That is when I say I'm not gonna get teary-eyed about her, but I love her. She is she's like my best friend. She's more like my sister. And that's another reason why the center was built. She is always in Florida and she just all around support. We get on the phone, we talk about how in the last month we just helped both each other, both in our business just growing. If I need the documentation, if I need this, if I need that, she needs this. It's just
what is her business, Eisha? What is her business? What is her business?
I don't know if she want me to announce it just yet. Okay. For her second one, but she is starting a liquor business. Like she's gonna be selling liquor, but she's also really good at grant writing and helping nonprofit. Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna ask a question. I want to answer it. So, do you help with foundations? Do she?
Yes.
Post
She's
her
amazing.
information in the chat, Donna. Eisha, tell her to put her information inside. We want her information up.
So put your information in the chat if you still on.
If you still on, put your information in the
she
chat.
Better still be on.
So that is what I'm saying to you, Eisha. I have a client that needs help with grant writing and funding. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is if we connect the dots together and we bring in our resources together, now she is a resource for one of my clients. You understand what I'm saying? So that is exactly what I'm talking about. So she's in Florida. I want to, I love putting events together. I want to do an event, and I invite my people. You invite yours, and we do something. It don't have to be in Michigan either. We can do. Matter of fact, Florida is one of my favorite. I have a timeshare.
Nice place. I went there last year.
So we need to talk about that. And you guys, and Eisha, I did we can all come together. Sisterhood. I'm doing a retreat. I'm gonna get you that information, and it's called Nurtured by Nature. Nurtured by Nature.
When is that happening?
My retreat is 2025. It'll post up because it's $4,200. They'll be able to make payments on it, like put it in a layaway. That's why I put it so far off, because the things I'm bringing, we have to. I wanted it nice. So if I would have did it for $1,500, $2,000, you wouldn't get the services that we're doing. So I'll be putting a link up in the next week, and it's just like in layaway, and they can pay on it. But it's Nurtured by Nature, where grief meets relief. And grief is not just someone passing away. People grieve when they divorce, when they lose an animal. My dog passed away, and he like family to me. I went through some real grief about my fur baby. Grief comes in many different forms. So that's something. And this is awesome. I love it. But what I do know is if we stay on too long, we'll lose our people, and we have them. And we're so grateful for you guys tuning in. But at least we definitely have to do it again, Eisha. We have to talk. And let me tell you something. I called Eisha at the last minute. I sent a messenger. It was like, Jump on live with me today. Let's share our stories. Let's empower some women. Let's do it. So it wasn't even planned. You fit me in your schedule, and I'm so grateful for that. So we'll do it again and bring some of your ladies on. Let's bring some of the ladies on and let's just shout them out, inspire, motivate. But one of the things that I like to do before I leave is not just always make people feel good, is that give them something that they can start doing right after the show that they can think about. And what I'm going to say, Eisha, and you think of some, is ladies, take time for yourself. Take one.
Hey, Courtney.
Yeah. Hey, Courtney. Thank you for that. This is fire, Courtney. We're going to do this. Ladies, we have to find time for us. And one thing that we always say, we'll say we don't have time for us. Girl, one day, I looked down at my nails. I said, Lord have mercy, I need my nails done so bad. But I had took care of everybody but me. Eisha, I don't do that mess no more. I learned to say no. I schedule myself on my calendar. I put me on there. You understand what I'm saying? So, ladies, we want to thank you for joining us. We are definitely going to do this again. I'll call Eisha at the last minute, but we're going to plan it out next time and let you invite some of your ladies on. If you on, let us know would you be a part of the show. Eisha and I came together and you came onto the show to talk about your businesses. I'm going to give them a chance because we're not going to waste time now, Eisha, because we busy around here.
Yes.
But if we have some ladies willing to come on, we can do this once a month. At the first of every month, just bring different guests on. How do you feel about that?
I love it.
You love it? Let's do it. I'll be calling you. I'll be up in Michigan in 4 weeks, and we're going to plan this out. And every first of the month, we're going to bring them in like the song. It's the first of the month. Any last words, Eisha, for our audience? They have really tuned in, and we're so grateful for y'all.
So I would say, as always, y'all got this. Go hard. Don't care about what people think, what they say. Follow your dreams. Trust your feelings and love on yourself. That's most important. Love on yourself. I'm telling you, it's an amazing feeling to love on yourself, really, and just go hard. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much. This is great. I definitely want to be a part of the show. We got you. Next month. Miss Boyd said she wanted to be a part of the show.
I know Miss Boyd was going to say something.
Yes. And my last words to you ladies is similar to Eisha. You have to do it scared. You have to do it when nobody believes in you. You have to do it when you don't even see a way. Thank you for that, Miss Sonia. This is amazing and a blessing. Thank you. Because when I packed up from Pontiac and moved to Atlanta, Eisha, I cried all the way down 75 in that U-Haul because I didn't know what it looked like on the other side.
Oh, wow.
And what I learned in my transformational program, I am a part of Lisa Nichols. She's the #1 Black speaker in the world. I am on her campus. And one thing she always talked about is that when we are making a decision and we don't know what's on the other side, or I was coming to Atlanta, no family basically here. All I knew is that I had to be in a different place to heal. I like to read this. Candy says, love you. We in this together. Women building each other. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. You are absolutely right. We have to do it when we don't know what the outcome is, right? Because we don't become stronger by staying in our comfort zone. We become stronger when we have to move outside the comfort zone. And I'm saying that to you ladies, that the sky's the limit and you can do this. And Eisha and I are going to come every first of the month and invite you in. Thank you for listening. Please like and share. I'm sure that it's somebody out here that can get a message that can motivate them and say, I can do this too. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Quote of the day, don't tell people your dreams. Show them. Thank you for that. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Donna Jean Brown, we just gonna keep waving and smiling. I guess Donna, where Donna at? we fired Donna.
Donna in there sleep.
Donna in there sleep. This is amazing and a blessing. Thank you, ladies. If you want to just make any comments, please do that. Put your business up. This is that's Donna. See y'all next month.
Are we still